Mike Schmaltz here with Rich Hoyt and Xavier's head women's basketball coach Brian Neal. The Musketeers drop on here tonight at Cintas Center, just your third home loss of the season. It was a big second quarter for the St. John's Red Storm. They did what they do best, turned up the defensive pressure, and were very good in transition in that period.
Well, yeah, we fed the fire by turning the ball over, by not executing our offense. Everybody was trying to break off every set that we were running. That put everybody on their heels because nobody knew what was going on, so it became one-on-one. So then we become tentative, and of course St. John's is anything but tentative, so they became attack mode, and they just ran us out of the building for about 10 minutes.
Coach, you got to be pleased with Markea Turner. She continues to improve. Had a good weekend last weekend, and then really was very productive off the bench again today.
Well, she's the one that kept us, and it just made us competitive. I mean, she played very well. She's our best decision maker. She's our most skilled player with the ball, and she's playing with a lot of confidence right now. So it's great to see her growing. But unfortunately, we need a couple more like that if we're going to beat teams like St. John's.
You trailed by 20 at the break. You got it down to 8 a couple of times in the second half, so some nice resolve and resiliency after that tough second period.
Yeah, it was. If it wasn't quite a 20-point lead, we could have made it a little bit more interesting. But you got to give St. John's a lot of credit because they got some strips, they got some block shots. Walker's block shot was huge as we were putting a run on them and trying to turn the momentum. It was just a huge play, and that's St. John's they're a tough basketball team.
You had a good crowd on hand here tonight, and they gave you some energy. I think they fueled part of that comeback.
Yeah, I think the team was energetic. We just lost our minds in the second quarter. It was very frustrating our part. And we got to figure out what happened there. But we got to play team basketball. We don't have two stars. We don't have two All-Americans like they do. And if we're not going to execute, and when we did execute, everything went pretty much the way we liked it to go. But when we got away from our plan, they punished us.
You talked about your energy. You got off to the great start, and then I thought towards the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, that stretch in there, I thought your team played us hard for that stretch as they have at any point during the year.
Well, and I don't know how to attribute that. I mean, we did play hard. It's a little bit easier to play loose when you're down 15 points. So I always say, I'd rather play like that when a ball game's still up for grabs. But, they did compete, and we did scratch back into it. And a couple plays, maybe we could have turned it, but it just they made all the plays that they needed to make to make sure it didn't get turned around.
14 points tonight for Markea Turner, 11 from Brianna Glover for the Musketeers, but not enough to get past the St. John's Red Storm. 69-56 the final here at Cintas. Musketeers are back in action against Seton Hall on Sunday. Join us here at Cintas Center and follow us all season long here at GoXavier.com.